Good morning, farmers. A very nice day, and I just checked these flowers just like a second ago, and I was going to show you. Yeah, I just checked these flowers a second ago, and they were semi-wet, and now they are wet already, and my wife has not even left the bed yet. So that must be automatic. All right, well that's fine. Yeah, all these roses right here were semi-wet. I don't know. Magically, she somehow watered them. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, this morning, the price is the same as the day before. It's just the very next day. I haven't skipped any days at all. The price is the same, so I figured let's just keep on harvesting the canola. Got 4 workers going, 1 up in New Fields, 2 around the Homestead area, and 1 down at Lakeside. Yeah, I'm going to have them start working around Lakeside a little bit more. Am I going to get to those fields? I don't know. I kind of think we're going to be plowing the field we harvested last night. That's the plan. But first thing I do want to check on are the crops in the greenhouses. So this greenhouse here, we are just keeping full just because my wife should collect those, maybe? I don't know. She probably won't, but we'll leave them there. All the flowers here are wet. Do I have any honey today? No, I do not. No honey in those. Yeah, we got to go check out the other greenhouses. There's a couple greenhouses where they were not ready for harvest yet. And no honey today here either. These are all wet, so they're fine. Yeah, so we had a couple greenhouses where we harvested some, didn't harvest some. So I got to go check on those. The wife won't reach those, so I definitely got to go ahead and make sure that they're empty and taken care of. No honey in these either. Okay. Yeah, I got a tulip that's withered. I got a couple tulips that are withered there. They're fine. It's not going to matter too much. And the ones on the other side of the fence, are they all wet? I think I just watered them a couple days ago or a day ago, whatever it was. But they all look good. Fine there. All right, so 1 more beehive. So am I really not going to get no honey today? That would be kind of odd because we got the flowers, we got everything. I should at least get 1 jar, right? You're going to get me 1 jar over here, right? One jar. No honey today. Ooh, I got some that are almost dry. So it looks like the wife, quote unquote, can reach some of the flowers over here, but not all of them. All right, so we'll take care of them. We'll take care of them. Then we'll go over to the greenhouses. See if any of them are ready. And once we get those all taken care of, then we're going to go back to our own field work, get them all done. There are 3 jobs today. All of them do require tomato soup. Not tomato soup. Excuse me, spiced pumpkin soup. But I really have no desire to go around delivering to all of them. Let's jump over to the greenhouse over here first. And I already forgot which greenhouses were what, but that one's been harvested. Oh, well, you can see this one's ready for harvest. And that one I harvested. So are these like the bell peppers? Bell peppers, yes. Where's my seed thing? Bell peppers. Where are we here? I'm right on it. Click it. There you go. Although some of them look like they were a little withered, or is this the way the graphics look? I don't know. Yeah, see, the way the color shines in. I think they're supposed to be like shadows, but they could look kind of like dry or whatever. Anyways, just pick them up, put them in your pocket, and bring them back to the pantry so the wife can stare at them until September, whenever you do whatever it is you do with them. Yep, dancing around. There we go. Pick them all up. And then 3 weeks from now, greenhouses will be ready 1 more time. So easy to take care of these greenhouses. I think they probably should put up to where you actually have to come and check on the moisture level. I don't know why they don't, but it was an interesting little thing that they did. That we have 1 greenhouse that we do, and the rest we don't. Maybe it's because we pay for these. It's not like we're just given a greenhouse at the beginning, so maybe that's the reason. Make sure that door is shut. All right, so 1 set of greenhouses completed. Let's drive. Yeah, I'm not going to drive down there. Let's hop on down here. Looks like this is the bell peppers again. That greenhouse has been harvested. So has that one. Yeah, it looks like same thing. Bell peppers. So it looks like the bell peppers take an extra day compared to all the other crops. But I do think we have cucumbers that were not ready last episode. We're going to find out here shortly, right? Because eventually we're going to see them. Only got a couple more greenhouses to check. So do I have a goal today money-wise? Well, I would assume, since we're trying to get like $250,000 a day, I would say $4.75 million. But I think we're going to shoot for $4.85 million. Just because. But I don't plan on doing any harvesting today. I got some field work, and I do probably may want to spread some manure down as well. So I just want to plow that field that we have harvested. What door am I going up? This one over here. Yeah, I want to use some slurry because we're starting to back up a little bit on the slurry. So I want to go ahead and use that before we have no other place to put it. And nope, those are not ready. So these are the chili peppers. They're not ready yet. Interesting. Fine. Just have to check them the next day. And what do we have here? Tomatoes, apparently. And whatever was in there, I already harvested. Okay. So this is the last greenhouse we got to do, so it's definitely tomatoes. I got plenty of tomato seeds. And we'll pick these up, go back to the pantry, put all this stuff in. James should be doing his job because, well, we fed him just the other day, so he's ecstatic with us right now. He couldn't be more happier. At least that's the way he shows. And yeah, I don't see any mice problems whatsoever. I probably should be keeping track of what the wife is cooking, if anything. And as easy as that, your greenhouses are taken care of. I like how fast and easy it is to take care of the greenhouses. That's why I think we should at least be able to have to do the moisture in there, because I don't want to say it's too easy, but it's easy enough, right? All right, so 4 workers. Yep, we're all good there. Not going to bother checking on them for a while. The only time I really start checking them during the day is when I start noticing, like, geez, the money doesn't seem to be going up as fast as it has been. That's when you notice that your workers are done. So we collected, wow, 1,365 tomatoes, 2,676 bell peppers. That is a lot of vegetables. A lot of veggies. With the pantry, now I might as well put the honey in there as well. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. I mean, if she is making things, I'm not really paying too much attention to it. Not that I ever pay much attention to my wife anymore, so. Yeah, she's doing fine. I got food in there, but mainly, when September comes, I get to make all the food myself. And I think I've been told that our dishes make more money than what the wife makes, which seems kind of odd, but it is what it is. She likes digging in that spot and weeding in that spot, so we'll just leave her be. I'm not going to bother talking to her this morning. So let's just jump right up here to one of our vehicles. That's not the one I want. Looks like I left my harvester here. I will drive that over probably to the next field that I'll be doing. I say I'll be doing, so I'll park it on the side just in case if I don't get to it and I decide to hire a worker. I'll be out of the way. Fingers crossed, because I tend to park where the helper spawns. Alright, so I think I put my plow. Yep, I can see the plow over there. Gonna get working right away in this field. We're gonna plow it. Then I probably will. No, I don't want the trailer. Sorry. I'm used to Farming Simulator where all your equipment stays attached. I was trying to detach it. It was already detached. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is I'll plow it. Then we'll take the other tractor down. We'll grab a slurry spreader and spread some more slurry on a couple more of these fields. Not close enough. There we go. I think we're kind of all set on the slurry pit anyways, but I just want to use some more just so I know. Now let's rotate this around here. So just a little bit more of rinse, lather, repeat, meaning we're just doing the same jobs as we kind of did the day before. Harvesting needs to be done, especially when the price is good. And I think anything over $800 is pretty good. I know some people, they said they've seen up near 1,000, but not at 1,000. And I just want to get the fields harvested, kind of turned over. Part of me wants to skip the summer again, like I did last year, but the other half of me is thinking, nah, let's do a summer harvest, summer, early fall. I don't want to do 3 harvests, but just 2 harvests this year. Maybe put down some lupine, some peas, maybe a little bit of everything. I really don't like doing soy because I've said for many times soy sucks. Doesn't really pay that well. The yield is not that great, but then again, I don't know if they changed the parameters on some of these crops at all since the full release. I think they should pay us more for soy because the yield on soy is not really that good. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll do 1 harvest this summer and I'll just plant a few fields. Yeah, like I said, some lupine, some peas, some soy, maybe even some corn, just to mix it all up. Have different crops here and there. But yeah, usually I like to plow a field and cultivate it before I put the fertilizer down. But I'm thinking today, yeah, after we get this field plowed, we'll go ahead and fertilize this field here and the one right over there that we cultivated yesterday. Then at some point I have to bring up the fertilizer spreader up here and get the second stage down on these fields. Well, I just realized as I'm plowing this field that I kind of forgot to check for the scarecrows in most of the fields around the farm. And I got 2 workers going in the homestead area. So since I'm only halfway done here, I think it's a good time to stop. Plus it said I was hungry. I said I was hungry. Well, not that hungry, but we'll eat one. Why not? I wonder if I can test it, check the field from here. So one field that we're harvesting is down right over here. Actually, you can see the harvester in the field as we speak. And the question is there a scarecrow here? I do believe I see a scarecrow in that one. Yes, I do. And the other field we're doing is down here, over the hill. I don't know if I'm going to be in range. Looks like I might be. I see a scarecrow in the first field, and I think I see one down in that field as well, which is good because he's just about done anyways. But I do have one in this field and that one as well. Alright, so we should be mostly set around here for now and good to go. So I can go ahead and cancel out the drone. So we're fine. So good news is I didn't lose any extra cash by not having the scarecrows in the field. So yeah, we're about halfway done in this field. Some of the morning is gone already, as you can imagine, because we're doing work. So yeah, the money's going up, which is good. So I need another $200,000 reach to go for the day. I don't think I'll reach that, to be honest with you, because I'm going to be a little. We're getting to the fields pretty good at this point. So I'm not in that much of a rush to get some of these fields done, harvested that is. But definitely when we finish the harvest everywhere, I'm going to start hiring workers to plow fields, even cultivate fields, especially what's that? Is that Peaksville over in the east side? Because that's way too far away from the farm and everything. I'd rather just own the land over there and have workers do it. And also the same thing up in Newfields. That's not too far from the farm, but it's far enough to where I don't feel like I'm going to be doing the harvesting up there. So they can plow and cultivate up there and have a little bumpiness a little bit as they go along. But the fields around here I like to do. Mostly cultivating I'll do around here just to make sure the fields are nice and smooth. I like it smooth. Nice smooth ride. I think this time I'll just drive straight on through and I'll come back and get this little section afterwards. And really, for how fast I'm getting through this field, I'm actually thinking after I get done plowing it, I may just go ahead and cultivate it. It's not going to take me too long to cultivate it before we spray some slurry down on it. And I think I'll actually use the C extractor, the one we're in, to spread the manure in. I mean, that should be able to handle that no problem, but it doesn't handle the cultivator well. So I guess we'll find out later on. Does it handle the slurry tanker well? I'm pretty sure I've used it before. I just don't remember if I have and how it handled. So we'll try it again today just to make sure. But it's good to know that the scarecrows in the fields I hired for, that they're there, because I would have been a little upset if I checked the fields and the scarecrows were not there. That's 10%. 10%. That's quite a bit when you're talking winter canola harvesting. That'd be the reason why I would not hit $5 million. That's I'm not too worried about hitting the $5 million because we got that barley and corn still to sell. And those prices are the same as the canola. All the prices are the same as the day before. No change at all. I am waiting for the barley to get up into the 800s. The corn, I know last fall was like in the 550s. So I'm just waiting for it to get up near that price range again. Which, knowing my luck, it probably never will. And I'll just keep holding on to it. Until I need to use that silo for something. Then I'll turn around and sell it. Well, we do have the plowing all done. 100%. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's just jump over into our C... What's this one? Oh, this is the FV. I'll get them straight one day. Or not. But 4 workers still going. I think I've hired 2 more. We finished a couple fields. So we're getting through them pretty fast now because we're doing a lot of the big ones to begin with. So now, obviously, since we're doing smaller ones, they get through the job just a little bit quicker. Yeah, but the goal for today, like I said, 4.85 million. I knew that was kind of a stretch when I said it, but I don't want to make the goal too easy, now do you? So I just got to make sure if I want to reach the goal, I got to keep on top of my workers. When I think they're finished, I need to go ahead and hire some new ones to get going. I think I said the last field up in Newfields is that's the last field that we got up there. Then we're all set. Owen, is this you? You're just doing circles around this field today. No? At least he's getting his exercise in. What is the fuel? I need to refuel this tractor. I mean, I got 37%, which is more than enough. But I should probably bring it back and go ahead and top it off. Because I am actually thinking about next episode, instead of doing plowing, cultivating, or harvesting, I think we might grab the seed drill and actually do some seeding in the 4 fields up here that we'll kind of have prepped by then. The 2 fields on that side of Oliver and that side of Oliver, of course, have been plowed, cultivated, and slurry spread. And these 2 fields here today, by the end of the day, will have the same. So I just got to spread some artificial fertilizer in it, and then we can go ahead and put down some crops. I'm actually thinking up here I'll probably do lupine. Actually, you know what? Up here I'll do peas. If I'm going to do lupine, I want to do the lupine by the farm because when lupine hits the last growth stage just before harvest, it gives you a nice colorful field of purples and pinks. Adds color to the map when those hit blooming, I guess is what you want to call it. We did end up getting our social points today. I don't know if that popped up when I was recording or not, but we did get our social points today for the flowers. 17 social points, which is more than I was getting the year before, but then again, I do have more flowers out now. I think last year we were getting like 9 social points just for the flowers in front of the metal fence. But now... Oh no, I also had the flowers where the roses are. But now with the extra flowers around the beehives, I'm assuming it's counting all the beehives around the entire farm because I'm getting like double the amount of social points. Correct me if I'm wrong, but last year I think I was getting like 9 social points. I think. So our social points have doubled just by putting the beehives around the flowers. It's the flowers around the beehives. But kind of interesting that I did not get no honey today from the beehives. I mean, I don't expect to get honey in every beehive every day. But you think with the flowers out that at least get 1 jar out of the... so what do we have, like 9, 10, 11? 11 beehives. Got 3 sets of 3 and 1 set of 2. How are we doing on time? Well, it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so... Yeah, we've got plenty of time to cultivate this, and then we'll grab the big CX tractor, go on down, grab a slurry sprayer, or spreader. Take care of these 2 fields. I think 1 tanker should be able to do it. Then I can go empty out the cow's slurry tanker to give it some more room. I think it's like at 92% today, so... Yeah, I just want to make sure... Because if I get involved in something else, I'll forget about it. Kind of like this morning, I kind of forgot to check for the scarecrows in the fields that we're harvesting. Well, you know. That's what happens when you're trying to do too many things at once. You get a set plan in your head of what you want to do today. I did the greenhouses. And I kind of forgot about checking about the scarecrows. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. As I get near done cultivating this field here. We're reaching $4.75 million, but I'm starting to think we're not going to hit $5 million just harvesting the canola. We're down to just a handful of fields left. The fields I need to check to make sure they got scarecrows in before I keep on hiring workers. Yeah, we're down to 5 fields. They're just ripping right through them today. But like I said, most of them were kind of small fields, like 1.5 hectares, or just shy of 2. So yeah, I don't have many big fields left for them to harvest. I got a couple that are like 2.25 or 2, but that's definitely not going to be worth $100,000 or so for each field. But we'll see how far we get. Either way, I still got like the barley to sell and the corn to sell. I mean, if we get there, great. If not, oh well. I mean, you set yourself goals and you get there, you get there. If you don't, well, you tried. And I probably could have waited a couple times here for better prices for canola before we harvested. But, you know, I don't want to be waiting and holding up my fields all the way through summer just to wait for prices over $8.50 or whatever I set my price limit at. But either way, once I get done here, I got to get my drone up because I probably can hire some more workers. And I would like to do so. Just to get the harvest over, and just so I can start hiring workers to prep fields for whatever. Like I said, I think we're going to do these fields up here as peas, a couple fields around the farm as lupine, and the rest of the fields I'm just going to plow and cultivate and prep for September seeding. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and park this on down here. I think we'll be using this tractor to seed tomorrow. Or next in-game day. Before I go do that, I probably should... Yeah, I still got 4 workers going. I need to get out because I need to get my drone up in the air. I think this field right here might need... Oh, water. Hello. Okay, I need a little bit of a bath. I didn't shower this morning. No, there is a scarecrow in that field, so this field is fine. Alright, so that one's fine. Got one over here that I need to check. I do not see a Scarecrow in this one. Alright, so I gotta come put one up in here. And so that's 2. Then this field down here. Across from the farm, but I think this one does have a Scarecrow in it. It does. And I believe that's all the fields. I do believe that's all the fields. So let me go grab the C extractor, because that's the one I want to use for spraying the slurry around. Let's head up to that field up there and get a Scarecrow in. While I'm doing so, how many workers I got? 3 workers? Alright, so you can come over here, harvest and sell. Hopefully I'm not in his way anywhere. I've just hired a worker. Nope, here he comes. He's coming around there. I just want to make sure that all my equipment are parked next to the field is not in his way, and it shouldn't be. Alright, so this field here... Yeah, so if I hit 4.9 million, I think would be even a stretch at this point, because we don't have many fields left. Oh, man. Oh, well. Yeah, I can see where that Scarecrow needs to go. And right here. And right here. Hello, how are you? Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Protects your crops and fruits nearby. Social benefits, 250. Perfect. Yeah, so we got 3 fields. Well, yeah, I guess we'll count that one over there because it just started. But we got 3 fields and 2 full ones. 2 full ones. Well, we'll say 3. 3 full fields left. I'll spit it out. And looks like our grass is growing that we seeded not long ago. So I'll be ready for harvest in about a month and a half from now, I think. Somewhere in there sounds good. This has 76% fuel, so I think we're fine there. But we're gonna go down and grab one of our slurry spreaders, take care of those 2 fields. We're talking about like a 4 1/4 hectares that we're gonna fertilize. So I should almost use a full tanker. I think a full tank. Yeah, I should. Yeah, we'll say it's a full tanker. I think that's what I'll end up using. I will say the close neighbors next to these fields must love it when I come by and spray the fields with cow manure. It's got to be a great 24 hours for them. Especially in the evening hours, you know. Because they'll just linger and linger. Gotta love it. Not going through it that fast, so yeah, definitely should have no problem getting both fields done with a tank. Of course, I said no problem reaching $5 million on the canola harvest, and I think I'm going to be wrong on that. I'd like to be right, but we'll see how it goes. It's all you can ever do. As for our goal for the day, I don't think we're going to hit our goal either. Although we're doing better. When I set the goal for 4.85, I was like, that is stretching it. Minimum 4 3/4, which we did. And we're slowly approaching the $4.8 million mark, which I think we might hit, since now we're harvesting the field I just hired a worker for. And I'm just going to let the workers run out. I'm not going to hire any more. We do have those 2 other fields, but I'll wait another day. I don't want to hire them now because that means I'll be working through the night, and I don't want the price to change. I don't know when the price actually does change. I don't know if you have to unload the game and reload the game for the price to change. Or does it change like at midnight if it is going to change? So I don't want them harvesting as I'm sleeping and wake up and find the price is a lot lower than it was the day before. Well, 98% manured, so that's a pretty good job there. And I got almost 60% more in the tank, and the field over here is smaller than one we just did, but it doesn't seem like it's smaller. But this field there is a 2.25, and this is, I think, 193. Once I get my tractor squared away. Yeah, it's 193, so it's, you know, it's almost 0.3 hectares smaller, but it doesn't seem like it's that much smaller. Oh, it must be 6 o'clock in the evening, right? Yeah, 6 o'clock. Which is kind of good. I'm kind of glad they have like in the evening hours where you get the social points, so you kind of know without having a look at the clock when you see that symbol come up, if you have solar panels, what time of day it is. I mean, you realize it is getting dark out, starting to get, you know, sun's going down, that it's getting to be evening hours. So, I mean, after today, we should have just 2 more fields to harvest. And then I'll be hiring workers to plow and cultivate in the far reaches of the universe. To boldly go where I really don't care about going to anymore. And I think we will be these 4 fields here. We just got to artificially fertilize them. Excuse me. Got to artificially fertilize them. I could artificially fertilize them after I seed. I always like to do it before I seed. That way, if I don't want to seed a field and say, well, I'll get to the fertilization and in the next day or whatever. Then I forget about it, and before you know it, the crops are growing. It's like, well, guess what? Now if I go in the field to fertilize, I'm going to ruin my crop. So I always try to do everything before I seed. That way I'm done with it. Just completely done with it. Always takes about a second or 2 after you turn off the slurry spreader. I guess it's for the slurry to drain out of the pipes that's already gone through. Seems logical. 30% more, so I can kind of overlap a little bit. And I'm 70% on the field. I think my new goal for spraying on the fields now has got to be like 95%. Because I seem to be doing rather well. And I don't mind overlapping anymore because with the new fertilization system that they got in here where you can hire a plane, I don't mind overlapping with this slurry and running out because, yeah, just because of the plane system. Man, it's always good to try to keep the cruise control on when you can because it just keeps up the speed so much easier. So it looks like maybe 1 more pass down the field and we should be all set. I think. Actually, what I should be doing is shutting off the slurry spreader before I get to the end of where I am, and it should cover the rest of it. Sounds good in theory, right? Nope, because when you turn it off, I turned it off, and even though it was still spraying, the field did not recognize that was spraying. Alright. I see how you're going to play me. So you still have to wait until you're actually done on it. 99% and still got 13% left in the tank. That's fine. At least we get to go empty out our tanker a little bit. Give some room for the cows to dispense more. So now the 4 fields up around Oliver's are pretty much set to be seeded, other than the artificial fertilizer, which shouldn't take us too long to do either. So we can start off by doing like that. The fertilizer job is like in the morning, and they maybe get like 2 of the fields seeded with some peas in it. I think that sounds good. Just get some peas in it, and then we can put it into our silos, which are not empty yet, but I mean the ones at the farm are. But I think I'll harvest more than 60,000 kilograms of peas. But to see, that silo holds 60, I think above the garage holds 40. So I can store 100,000, which is more than enough. It's like the geese are still out and playing. I am seriously hungry. Well, I haven't ate since this morning, so that would explain it. Alright, so I can't really see how much I got in the manure stored, but I can see the percentage. So I think we were at 92, and this is going to knock it down to at least 70%, I would think. Okay, keep on drop. But I mean, I don't want to run out of it, but also, I think if once it gets below 70, that's going to give me like a month's worth of free space, I think. Yeah, so right around 60%, which is not bad. That's a little bit more than a month's worth of free space for slurry to go into. Yeah, Rex is still down by the fireplace. I think he's going to be there probably forever. At this point, I don't know what, you know. I don't really feed him sausages, so it's not like he can quote unquote run away like he's supposed to. So I don't know, maybe he will. Maybe now he's down there. Maybe he's out of the wife's range, and the wife won't be able to feed him either. So since the CX tractor is down here, I think we'll drive it over. We'll give it a quick rinse. We'll fill up some diesel fuel, so it's good to go. I got to bring the FV tractor down here and fill that up. But we'll do that when we go ahead and seed. I'll probably use a fertilizer on that as well. Let's go ahead and wash the vehicle. We'll refuel the vehicle. So it looks like we actually might hit $4.8 million today. Just a couple grand off that. And I'm pretty sure that last worker we hired, he's got more than enough field to handle there. I might as well drive this tractor back. I just took a peek in that greenhouse there, and it looks like all the pumpkins are still in there. So the wife still has not collected those. I'm going to drive this tractor back up here and park it next to the plow, just so I know where it should be. I don't want to get up here. I'm like, where's my tractor? Because sometimes I do that. I start parking things everywhere, and I say, I'll remember where it is. And it's usually not. Yeah, that worker's got plenty of field left to go. So not the 4.8 million that we were shooting for, but really 4.8 million. So yeah, we're just $50,000 off. Not too bad. But I mean, if I really wanted to, I could have hired more workers to do the last two fields, and we would have reached that goal. There's no sense to hitch up the plow because it's going to become detached anyways. So I am hungry, apparently. And you know what? Since I'm up here, I will bring this one back. And I'll bring the cultivator with us as well. While we're waiting for him. Nope, there's a fence there. Yeah, kind of weird that this size tractor can't go through that fence. We might as well bring this down. I'll give this a wash. I'll refill it up. And kind of go park it next to the Seadrill. Still no rain in the forecast, even though I only slept one day. But there's still no rain in the forecast whatsoever. I probably get about maybe one rainy day per month, it seems like. I know some people said they're getting like maybe 3 or 4, but I usually get about one for sure, sometimes 2. If I see 3 rainy days in a month, I get kind of surprised about it. Watch out for my flowers here. Don't want to run over my tulips. Now let's give this tractor a good wash. And of course, some refueling would be good. Now I might as well just go ahead and wash the cultivator. Why? I don't know, but we shall. Looks good. Let's go put that in our parking lot. And there's our $4.8 million right there. But I know it's not our goal, but it's close enough. I will accept that. So with the amount of fields we got left, yeah, $5 million. I mean, you can see that you saw the 2 fields that we have left. They're not big by any means. Actually, the cultivator needs to be parked down here, Peanut. What are you doing? Cultivators are down here. Seadrills are down here. So I'll have to depend on our barley and corn to get us where we need to be. Good enough. Good enough. I'm pretty sure my wife's already in bed. My guess is... Nope, she's outside. Right at 8 o'clock, too. So I probably... at 8 o'clock, I should get the option of asking her that we're going to bed. Is she coming up
Hi,
soon?
honey.
Hi, honey.
But we'll give her a compliment.
You look so pretty today.
You're a real charmer, aren't you?
I'm one of a kind.
Honey?
Good afternoon, darling.
It's actually evening, but good enough. We're not going to ask her how she is, but no, we know she doesn't need nothing, but we'll just tell her we're going to bed.
I'm
which
going
we will
to bed.
be soon.
Are you coming?
I'm just a little tired. Going to bed soon.
Because now I have an excuse to go on down to the fire pit every night because I got to check on Rex. Make sure he's good to go. Hey, buddy, what's up? Not talking to you, Mr. Boar. Yeah, so if Rex ever decides to not be completely happy with us, he'll run away. I mean, I don't ever feed him a sausage, and I don't expect him to, but that's what he's supposed to do. Yeah, if he ever runs away, then he won't be stuck in the fireplace near the fireplace anymore. You're not stuck in the fireplace, are you? Nah, but you're close enough. But this is where I just like to come here, relax a little bit before I go head on to bed and start my day over one more time. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time on The Day on the Farm. But until then, have a good one.